All right, I was asked by another YouTuber to do a little walkthrough of the AC/DC Vault Luci that I have here. When I got this, there was a couple of minor issues. Not really happy about them, to be honest. When you buy a $7,000 pinball new in box delivered to the house, I feel like it should be perfect out of the box. It should have been tested and gone through, but I guess with the way Stern is doing things these days, they just want to pump machines out the door, get paid, and not listen to anybody. To their defense, Chaz from Stern did send me a couple of parts to remedy sort of the issue that I had with mine. So I'll do a little walkthrough. You can see that I got some stuff jammed in here in the garage, so I'm not going to be able to show you the side art on the back box as well as anything else, but the artwork is very nice. I'm not really a big fan of these cheesy decals that go over the speaker and the display panels. I kind of prefer the old school, like this Metallica one where there's not a big thing, but it's fine. I mean, it looks okay. I'll turn the game on when I take off. Since I have these in the garage, I always keep these covered with these nice full pin body, I think they're called pin skins actually, and they come with a headpiece, which both of them are up there, but I mean, I'm not really trying to keep dust off that. I'm trying to keep dust out of the machine and off of the play field, even though it's sealed with glass. I just don't want stuff to get on it and scratch it. So anyways, I'll take it off. They just secure with magnets that secure to the legs. I'll throw this up here for now. You can kind of see the artwork on the side. It is very nicely done. I didn't get one of the shitty ones that had crinkling stickers on the head or at the corners or have any cracks or any separation of the wood. I got a good one. And this one was just made, I think maybe 2 months ago. Here's the front. The decal that goes on the coin door is a little cheesy. I'm probably going to change that out at some point. It just kind of looks cheap. Everything else looks really nice. There's not a button over there for tournament play. I don't like that either. I'm going to have to cover that up with something. There's a mod for that. I can't remember who makes it. The legs are pretty nice. There's no issues with them. There's nothing really wrong with them. They came out of the box the way they should have. Coin door is a full coin door with coin mechs. Coin lock, obviously, LED bulbs. Mine doesn't say when it was manufactured in here, but you can see the serial number and all that stuff in there. Goodie bag still stapled. They did change the speaker. I think this is an 8-inch instead of a 10-inch, so a little cheesy. I might at some point, since this is a music pin, change this out to Flipper Fidelity or Pinball Pro speakers. I also want to change the leg bolts to red. I think those will look nice. So let's turn it on. One thing about this game and the Metallica is they have the power on buttons where they should be over here. I don't like the new ones where they're in the back box because all my games, as you can see, are against the wall, and I'd have to reach all the way up here to get them, and I can't reach over there because these games are pretty long. So just a walkthrough of this. I mean, everybody knows what an AC/DC Premium looks like. A couple of differences with the Luci, the lower play field. You have the Luci artwork on there. Kind of cool. Not really anything different. Everything else is LEDs. There's a couple of little things that I thought were supposed to be here that aren't. I think there's a band member guy. As you can see, he's blacked out. I don't know what happened with that. I forget. I'm not really a huge AC/DC fan, but I remember reading something about the guy left the band or something like that. But everything was fine out of the box for this. A couple of small issues. The first and foremost thing that I did not like and was upset about is the lower playfield has all these little T10 torque screws that go all the way around and secure this little window over the lower playfield. When it came out of the box, the lower playfield, the window, was set way down, and the balls would actually come down and divert and go all over the place because it wasn't level. So there was a fix on the pin side forums for this where a guy was using number 6 washers, and I installed them all the way around. But the issue that I had is that whoever installed this from the factory stripped the shit out of all these screws, and they all stripped. So I had to get a screw remover system so I didn't get little metal shards all over my brand new playfield and take them out. So after I did that, I left this one here and this one here without the little washers because this was actually sitting higher than the rest of the window. So now it's near perfect. I can run my finger all the way around it if I take the glass off, and it doesn't divert the balls anyway. I haven't really done any mods on this. The only thing I've done is add the Hell's Bell, a little piece of wood or plastic that slides over there. It just covers that ugly metal bar that goes over there. haven't really done anything as far as the mods for that reason. This game's pretty packed out of the box, and that's why they've sold so many of these games. It's an excellent game, Steve Ritchie game. I'm not a huge AC/DC music fan, like I said before, but this machine really plays fast. It's in your face, and the music is done very well with the gameplay. So I had one before and I really missed it. I really missed the Metallica one the most. And then the AC/DC, I have a Medieval Madness Remake, the Standard Edition coming. So when I get this MK3 or the Big Blue out of here with this one, which I'm going to be selling soon, I'll have that one lined up here or over there. So it just depends. One thing I am going to do is change out these cards. These are really cheap shit that they send you. I mean, Stern really kind of cuts corners on a lot of stuff that I don't appreciate. This is probably going to be the last new in-box Stern I ever buy. They just seem to be cutting corners on things that you should not be cutting corners on. One of them that really frustrates me is traditional lockdown bars. You have the yellow handle that you pull down here, and then this piece here comes off. Well, now they've gone to these little latches, which are right here, and you click them up with your finger, very similar to like an arcade cabinet, the control panel. Now, it's a real pain in the ass to get those little click things to go up and down easily. They work. It secures this piece here very firmly, but I just prefer the old way. I mean, I don't know how much money they could possibly save, maybe $10, but it just seems like they're cutting corners and all this stuff. The speakers in this game are okay. They definitely aren't for a music pin. They should have stepped their game up on that, especially in a Vault game that they've already made this. They know what the issues were in the past, but you know, like I said before, I won't be buying any more Stern new in box. This one I bought from a person that actually had two of them, which I don't understand why somebody would have two of the exact same games. He had one that was modded to death, which I didn't really want to mod this game out. I changed a couple little tiny things to make it play better. I added a shaker. I don't think I'm gonna add a shaker to AC/DC. There's enough going on in this game. The shakers get kind of annoying after a while. And I added the Pinball Refinery Ride Lightning mod, which is really cool. You add a little LED strip underneath the back here, and it illuminates like a purple flash when the pop bumpers go off. So just this one here, I don't think it needs any more lights. As you can see, there's just a shit ton of lights going on in this game. There was a couple little issues, like I said, out of the box. I can see that this LED and this pop bumper, it doesn't flash all the time, so maybe the bulb's loose. These little bulbs that go in here, the flasher bulbs that go behind the, where's the other one? Behind the little lightning bolts. This one here had fallen out in shipping and was all the way down in the trough. So I put a little bit of hot glue on it. It looked like it had hot glue from the factory, and put it back in there, and it hasn't come out since. The other issue is this game really just kind of in your face and just beats you to death. So I adjusted the outlanes a little bit and put some star posts in there just to make it a little more enjoyable, because I do have kids that play it, and my wife plays it. And the game, I mean, it could last like 2 minutes if you don't adjust that. If you're not a professional pinball player or you play it enough, it gets frustrating. The game's hard enough as it is, so we just kind of adjusted that a little bit. They still do drain a lot, but it fixed a little bit of the drains. So that's pretty much a walkthrough of what I've done to the game. Like I said, haven't really added a lot of things to it. I'm not going to mod this to death. I've seen guys with the train track mod and the cannon mod, and then, you know, like the little window that goes over the top, and the train LED custom paint, and then the TNT. There's like the what are those called? The explosion mod, where there's like the sticks of dynamite. And then they've done all sorts of other things, but I think this game is pretty well packed out of the factory. That's why I got it again. I really missed it, but I'm just going to leave it as it is right now. But a couple of things I will change are definitely the instruction cards and the decal on the front, and I'll probably get some keychains, something that's got a little AC/DC on there. But I mean, that's your quick walkthrough on the game. Nothing's really, I mean, really different than the first one I had. It seems to play just as fast, just as in your face, and it's just as hard. The speaker, I can tell, is definitely a little weaker than the last one, especially the sub in the bottom. But it is pretty well made. I think Stern makes a good product when they want to, but this game in particular, I really missed. And I did miss the Metallica. This was before they really started changing stuff. This was one of the last games they made that really had the LE paid for itself. All the other LEs that I've seen lately, I don't really see the mods that they've added to justify the almost $8,000 or $9,000 prices now on these LEs. So that's why I chose to get the Luci. Also, the LEs sold out and back in 2012 or 13 when this game first came out, and I missed that window. Wanted a back in black edition, never got it. So this is good enough. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment line. But I'm pretty happy with the game, and that's that.